Well, for more on this story, let's speak now to Manu Terraditos from our Spanish team here at Euronews. Manu, what are we expecting to hear today?
Buenos dias, Tox. Good morning. Well, today it's the final day after exactly 4 months of trial. Today it's time for those who are accused to present their final statements. We're going to see Oriol Junqueras, who was vice president of the regional government. We're going to see also the former speaker of the regional government, some regional ministers, and the famous Jordis, the leaders of 2 civil organizations. They're going to offer their final statements. They're going to present their positions. We're more likely to hear what they said before. It's that this was more like a people's movement where they played their little role, but they were not really behind it. Some of them, like Junqueras, will say that he's being prosecuted because of his ideas, political views, not because of what they did. They will also speak about what happened. For example, other position they defend is that this declaration of independence was more like a symbolic action, that there was no plan really behind for an actual disconnection from the Spanish state.
Okay. And the trial will also be determining whether they face, charges of sedition or rebellion. What's the difference between?
Well, there is a big difference. To make it easier, the difference is the use of violence in an uprising. When it's rebellion, it means the use of violence. When it's sedition, it means there is no violence involved. Let's take Oriol Junqueras, for example, who is the highest-ranked official or politician in this case. If we speak about rebellion, he could face up to 25 years of sentence. If it's not the case, it could be 5, 10, maybe 15. Then we have also some different players. We have the Attorney General, who is asking for rebellion, the same as a private prosecutor, because the extreme right party Vox, like any private citizen, can also present a case. That's what they did, asking for rebellion. And then we have the Solicitor General, which is, let's say, the lawyer which represents the Spanish government, to make it easier to understand, who is saying that he only sees sedition, so no use of violence. Obviously, there is a big deal with this, because we're speaking, in the case of Junqueras, if he's found guilty, a difference from 25 years to 15 or even less.
I see. And when can we expect a verdict in this case?
Well, we had 4 months of trial. We will still have to wait. It will be after summer, maybe September. If I had to bet, I could say probably October. We have to remind that this is the Supreme Court, so there is no jury. It will be up to the judge to deliver a verdict, and for sure it will be after the summer.
Okay, Manu Terraditos, thank you for breaking that story down for us.
Always a pleasure.